Hey Capricorn, I just pulled some cards for you, and what came through is absolutely incredible. This reading is about a huge shift that's approaching your life. Someone who genuinely loves you, and how the impossible is about to become yours. I'm looking at these cards right now, and honestly, the energy is unlike anything I've seen in a while. Let me share what's coming through. The first card that appeared is the Nine of Pentacles in Capricorn. This is telling me something really significant about where you are right now. This card represents you standing in your own power, completely self-sufficient and independent. You've worked so hard to build something for yourself. The universe is showing me that you've been in this phase of focusing on yourself, building your empire, creating stability without needing anyone else to validate you. There's this beautiful energy of someone who has learned to be complete on their own. I'm seeing that you've possibly walked away from situations that didn't serve you. Or maybe you've just been in this mode of really investing in yourself and your future. The Nine of Pentacles here is crucial because it's showing that you're not desperate. You're not waiting around hoping for something to happen. You've been cultivating your own garden, so to speak. And here's what's interesting about this card. Appearing first, it's telling me that everything that's about to come into your life is coming because you've done this work. The universe rewards this kind of energy. When you're standing solid in who you are, when you're not compromising your worth, that's when the real magic happens. I'm feeling that for some of you, there might have been moments where you wondered if focusing so much on yourself meant you'd be alone, or if maybe you were being too independent. But this card is confirmation that you did exactly what you needed to do. The energy around this is so stable and grounded, and it's actually creating the foundation for something absolutely beautiful to enter your life. Now, the second card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is where things start getting really interesting because we're moving from you hooks being established in your own energy to movement starting to happen. The Knight of Pentacles isn't fast or flashy, but he's steady, reliable, and he always follows through. This card is telling me that there's someone or something approaching your life with serious intentions. This isn't some flaky energy that's going to come in strong and disappear. Whatever is coming, whoever is coming, they're for real. I'm getting that this could be a person who sees your worth, who recognizes everything you've built, and they're not intimidated by it. They're actually drawn to it. This knight moves slowly and deliberately, which tells me this might not be an overnight thing where someone just appears out of nowhere, but rather someone who's been slowly coming into focus, or someone who's going to show up and prove themselves through consistent action over time. For some of you, this could even be someone you already know but haven't seen in a romantic light yet. The Knight of Pentacles is about practical action and real commitment. This is someone who's thinking about building something lasting. They're not here for games or temporary situations. What I'm really feeling with this card is that while the changes coming are going to feel sudden when they happen, there's actually been this slow buildup in the background that you might not have been fully aware of. The universe has been orchestrating things, putting pieces in place, and this knight represents that steady forward movement toward you. There's something very earthy and grounded about this energy, which matches perfectly with your Capricorn nature. This is someone who understands the value of hard work, who respects your ambitions, who isn't going to try to distract you from your goals, but will actually support them. The third card is the Ten of Wands, and okay, this one is really important because it's addressing something you've been carrying. Capricorn, you've been holding so much on your shoulders. This card shows someone bent over carrying 10 heavy wands, and I'm feeling that you've been in a phase where you've taken on perhaps too much responsibility, or you've been pushing yourself really hard, maybe trying to do everything yourself because you felt like you had to. The Ten of Wands can represent burden, exhaustion, taking on more than your fair share. And here's what the universe is telling me through this card appearing in this particular reading. Part of the huge change that's coming involves you finally being able to put some of these burdens down. You've been in survival mode or achievement mode for so long that it might feel normal to you now. But this card is saying that relief is coming. When it says someone truly loves you, part of that love is going to show up as someone who wants to help carry the load with you. Not someone who adds to your responsibilities, but someone who actually lightens them. I'm also getting that some of what you've been carrying isn't even yours to carry. You might have taken on other people's problems, or put pressure on yourself to be everything for everyone, and this change that's coming is going to help you see that it's okay to release some of that. The impossible becoming yours isn't just about gaining something new. It's also about releasing what's been weighing you down so you can actually receive what's trying to come to you. There's something here about you being so busy carrying all these wands that your hands are full, and the universe is saying you need to set some down to be able to receive what's coming. This might feel uncomfortable at first because you're so used to doing everything yourself, but trust that this shift is necessary. Moving to the fourth card, we have the Two of Swords, and this is addressing something happening in your mind right now. This card shows someone blindfolded, holding two swords crossed, representing a decision or a mental stalemate. I'm sensing that you might be at a crossroads right now, or you've been avoiding making a choice about something important. The blindfold suggests you might feel like you don't have all the information you need, or maybe you're afraid to look at something directly. With the Two of Swords appearing in this reading about sudden change and love, I'm getting that there's a decision you need to make, or a truth you need to acknowledge. For some of you, this might be about finally admitting to yourself what you really want in love, or it could be about choosing between staying in your comfortable independence versus opening up to someone. The crossed swords create a kind of block or defense. And I'm feeling that part of you has been protecting yourself, maybe because of past hurts or disappointments. This card is saying that the sudden change that's coming is going to require you to remove that blindfold and make a choice. You can't stay in indecision forever. The universe is setting things in motion, and you're going to need to decide if you're ready to receive what's coming or if you're going to keep yourself blocked off. I want to be clear though, this isn't about forcing anything or making a decision out of pressure. It's about getting honest with yourself about what you truly want and being willing to see situations clearly rather than avoiding them. The Two of Swords is asking you to find balance between protecting yourself and remaining open to possibilities. There's wisdom in being cautious, but there's also risk in being so guarded that you miss what's meant for you. Asterisk. The fifth card is the Two of Pentacles, and now we're seeing themes of balance and juggling coming through again, but in a different way. The Two of Pentacles shows someone juggling two coins, trying to keep everything in motion. This card is telling me that part of the shift coming is going to involve finding a new kind of balance in your life. You've been managing so many things, trying to keep all the balls in the air, and while you've been doing it successfully, it's taken a lot of energy. This card appearing here suggests that the sudden change is going to shake up your current way of managing things. When something new enters your life, especially a significant relationship or opportunity, it's going to require you to adjust how you allocate your time and energy. I'm getting that some of you might be worried about this, worried that letting someone in or pursuing something new means everything else will fall apart. But the Two of Pentacles actually shows someone who is managing to keep things moving, even though it looks precarious. The message is that yes, there will be adjustment, yes, you'll need to find a new rhythm, but you absolutely have the capability to handle it. The infinity symbol often appears in this card's imagery, suggesting that this juggling act is part of an eternal dance, not a temporary struggle. What I'm really feeling here is that the impossible becoming yours isn't going to come at the cost of everything else you've built. It's going to integrate into your life in a way that actually makes things flow better once you adjust. There might be a period of figuring things out, of rearranging priorities, but trust that you're capable of finding that balance. This card is also about flexibility and adaptability, to qualities you might not think of as Capricorn traits but that you definitely possess when you need to. The sixth card is the Six of Pentacles and O Capricorn. This is beautiful. This card is about giving and receiving, about generosity and balance in exchange. What's coming through here is that you're about to enter a phase where there's much more reciprocity in your life. The Six of Pentacles shows someone in a position to give, but also depicts those who are receiving. For so long you might have felt like you were the one giving more, contributing more, being the responsible one who handles everything. This card is telling me that the person who truly loves you, the shift that's coming, is going to bring more balance to that exchange. You're going to experience what it feels like to receive genuine care and support, not just to give it. I'm also getting that some of you have been in situations where the exchange felt very unequal, where you were pouring into people or situations that weren't pouring back into you. The Six of Pentacles is saying that's changing. The universe is about to show you what balanced love looks like, what it feels like to be with someone who matches your energy and your effort. There's also something here about abundance and being in a position to share from overflow rather than depletion. As you've been building yourself up with that Nine of Pentacles energy, you've created something abundant. And now you're going to be able to share that abundance with someone worthy of it, while also receiving from them. This is such a healing card because it addresses that fear many Capricorns have about being taken advantage of, or being the one who always has to be strong and provide. This card promises that what's coming is going to feel good, it's going to feel balanced, and you won't feel drained by it. The seventh card is the Seven of Wands, and this one is addressing the fight you've been in. The Seven of Wands shows someone standing on higher ground, defending their position against challenges coming from below. Capricorn, you've been defending your peace, your boundaries, your standards, and maybe even defending your right to want more than what others think you should settle for. This card is telling me that you've been in a position where you've had to stand firm against pressure, whether that's external pressure from people who don't understand your choices, or internal pressure from your own doubts and fears. The Seven of Wands is about courage and conviction, and you've been demonstrating both. What's significant about this card appearing in this reading is that it's validation that you were right to hold your ground. You were right to not settle, right to maintain your standards, right to protect what you've built. The sudden change that's coming is partially a result of you not giving up that high ground. When you refuse to lower your standards, when you refuse to accept less than you deserve, you create space for what's actually meant for you to arrive. I'm getting that some of you might have felt pressured to just accept whatever came along, to not be so picky or demanding. But this card is confirming that your instincts were correct. However, the Seven of Wands is also slightly exhausting because it requires constant vigilance and defense. Part of the shift coming is that you're not going to have to fight so hard anymore. You're not going to have to constantly prove yourself or defend your worth. What's approaching is going to feel like relief from that battle stance you've been holding. Now the 8th card is the 7 of Cups, and this is fascinating because it's about choices, illusions, and dreams. The 7 of Cups shows someone looking at 7 different cups, each containing something different. Some are gifts, and some are illusions. This card is telling me that you've had a lot of different options or possibilities floating around in your mind. Maybe you've been fantasizing about different scenarios of how love could come in, or different possibilities for your future. The 7 of Cups can indicate confusion about what's real versus what's fantasy. And I'm getting that part of the sudden change involves clarity, cutting through all of those options. When something real shows up, all those vague possibilities and maybes are going to fade away, and you'll know. There's something here about discernment too. You've been working on understanding the difference between genuine connection and illusion, between real potential and just pretty packaging. This card appearing is telling me that your ability to see clearly has improved, and when the real thing shows up, you're going to recognize it because you've learned to distinguish between what looks good and what actually is good. The 7 of Cups can also represent having many options, and I'm feeling that for some of you. There might be multiple people or opportunities presenting themselves, but only one is truly aligned with what you need. The universe is going to make it very clear which cup to choose, which path to take. Trust your intuition on this. If something feels too good to be true or too vague and undefined, it probably is. What's truly meant for you is going to feel solid and real, not like a fantasy that could disappear. The 9th card is the Queen of Swords in Capricorn. This is you energy. The Queen of Swords is intelligent, clear-minded, honest, and doesn't tolerate nonsense. She's been through things and emerged stronger and wiser. She speaks her truth and expects honesty in return. This card appearing here is showing me that you're embodying these qualities right now. You've developed sharp discernment. You're not easily fooled. And you're not willing to play games or deal with manipulation. The Queen of Swords has standards and boundaries, and she maintains them without apology. What's really powerful about this card showing up in this reading is that it's confirming that who you've become through all your experiences is exactly who you need to be for what's coming. The sudden change, the person who loves you, the impossible becoming possible. All of this is coming to the Queen of Swords version of you, not to some softer or more accommodating version that you might have been in the past. You don't need to change who you are or lower your standards to receive love. The right person, the right situation, is going to appreciate and value your sharp mind, your honesty, your strength. I'm also getting that this card is encouraging you to continue using that discernment as changes unfold. Stay connected to your clarity, don't let emotions cloud your judgment, and keep speaking your truth. The Queen of Swords can sometimes be seen as cold or too harsh, but she's not. She's just learned not to lie to herself or others to keep the peace. That authenticity is what's going to attract what's meant for you and repel what isn't. There's something here too about communication being key. As this change unfolds, your ability to communicate clearly and directly is going to be crucial. Don't hide what you really think or feel. Express yourself honestly. The 10th and final card is the Hanged Man, and wow, Capricorn. This is the perfect card to complete this reading. The Hanged Man is about surrender, new perspectives, and that pause before breakthrough. This card shows someone suspended upside down, seeing the world from a completely different angle. What's coming through is that the huge sudden change is going to require you to release control and trust in divine timing. I know that's hard for you, Capricorn, because you like to have plans and control outcomes. But the Hanged Man is saying that what's coming can only arrive when you stop trying to force things to happen on your timeline. This card is about the wisdom that comes from waiting, from being in that in-between space. You've been preparing, you've been working on yourself, you've been holding your standards, and now there's this period of suspension where you have to trust that everything is aligning, even though you can't see it yet. The Hanged Man often appears right before major breakthroughs because it represents that final surrender that has to happen before transformation. When you let go of trying to control how and when things happen, that's when the universe can deliver what's been preparing for you all along. I'm getting that the impossible becoming yours is going to happen in a way you didn't expect, from a direction you weren't looking. The Hanged Man is telling you to be open to unconventional paths, to trust in divine timing, and to understand that sometimes what looks like delay is actually protection or preparation. This card is also about sacrifice, and what I'm hearing is that you might need to sacrifice your need for certainty to receive what's uncertain but beautiful. You might need to sacrifice your tight control to allow flow. The person who truly loves you might show up in packaging you didn't expect or at a time that doesn't fit your perfect plan. And the Hanged Man is asking if you can be flexible enough to receive it anyway. This card represents that liminal space between the old and the new, and you're in it right now. Something is ending, and something is beginning, and you're hanging in that suspended moment of transition. Trust it, so Capricorn. Looking at all 10 of these cards together, here's what I'm seeing for you. You've done the work of building yourself up, standing in your independence and your power with that 9 of Pentacles energy. Someone or something steady and real is approaching with the Knight of Pentacles, bringing genuine commitment and long-term potential. The burdens you've been carrying, shown by the 10 of Wands, are about to get lighter as you learn to share the load and release what isn't yours. The decisions and mental blocks represented by the 2 of Swords need to be addressed, so you can see clearly and choose what you want. You're going to need to find new balance as things shift with the Two of Pentacles. But you're absolutely capable of juggling what needs to be juggled. Beautiful reciprocity. And balanced giving and receiving is coming with the Six of Pentacles. Healing that pattern of you always being the giver. Your fight to maintain your standards shown in the Seven of Wands was worth it and is paying off. Clarity is cutting through all the confusion and fantasy of the Seven of Cups, so you can recognize what's real. You're embodying powerful Queen of Swords energy that's attracting what's meant for you. And finally, the Hanged Man is asking you to surrender, control, and trust in divine timing as this huge change unfolds. The sudden change that's coming is going to feel like multiple things shifting at once. Your perspective is going to change, your circumstances are going to change, and your heart is going to open in ways you didn't expect. Someone truly loves you, Capricorn, and that love is going to show up as consistent action, balanced reciprocity, and genuine commitment. This isn't going to be love that drains you or requires you to sacrifice who you are. This is love that meets you at your level and adds to your life rather than complicating it. The impossible becoming yours is about things you might have given up on or decided were too good to be true actually manifesting. Maybe you decided that having both career success and a fulfilling relationship was impossible, or that finding someone who matched your standards was impossible, or that certain dreams were just too far out of reach. The cards are saying those impossibilities are about to become possible because you've done everything necessary on your end, and now the universe is doing its part. My advice to you, Capricorn, is to stay open even though it feels vulnerable. Trust the process even though you can't control it. And recognize what's real when it shows up even if it looks different than you imagined. Don't let past disappointments make you so guarded that you miss what's coming. The Queen of Swords in you knows how to protect herself while still remaining open to genuine connection. Use that wisdom. And remember that surrendering control doesn't mean giving up your power. It means trusting that you don't have to orchestrate every detail for things to work out. The huge change is coming, Capricorn, and it's bringing love, relief, clarity, and possibilities you thought were impossible. Get ready to receive it. Can anyone else feel this energy shifting for Capricorn right now? The intensity of these cards together is really something special.